discussing the topic composition of functions under the subject general mathematics. To start, let us read the definition of composition of functions. Let f and g be functions. The composition function denoted by f composition of g is defined by f composition of g of x is just equal to f of g of x. So if you will have this, it is just f of g of x. The process of obtaining a composite function is called composition of function. To understand it thoroughly, let us consider this example. We let f of x be equal to 2x plus 1 and g of x be equal to x squared minus 1. We are asked to find f composition of g of x and g composition of f of x. So let's start with letter A. We will be using the math type in explaining our answer. So we have this math type. So the given is f of x equal to 2x plus 1. So f of x f of x equal to 2x plus 1. 2x plus f of x is equal to 2x plus 1. While our g of x is x squared plus x squared minus 1. X squared minus 1. Let's check. Okay, 2x plus 1, x squared minus 1. For letter A, we are asked to find f composition of g of x. So we have A. We are asked to perform f composition of g of x. And from the definition, it is just equal to f of g of x. So as you can see, the inner function is g of x and the outer function is f of x. So the first step that we will do is we will replace this g of x by the given. And we all know that here g of x is x squared minus 1. So we can replace this g of x by x squared minus 1. So it will be f of your g of x is x squared minus 1, so we will be replacing it. So g of x will be now x squared minus 1. Next step is, since we are done for the first part, then the next part is you perform this one under the function f. And from the given, f is defined as 2x plus 1. So you will now have 2 input plus 1. But as you observe, the input here is x squared minus 1. It means all x's here will be replaced by x squared minus 1. So here, you will now use x squared minus 1. So it will be this one. So again, you just use the given in f. Then after that, to finalize our answer, we can simplify it further by distributing 2 in each term. So you will now have 2x squared. Then minus, because 2 times negative 1 is 2, so minus 2 plus 1. And we can combine these two constants here, so you will now have 2x squared minus 1. It means the answer for letter A is 2x squared minus 1. For letter B, we are asked to answer the g composition of f of x. Okay. Of x. And again, from the definition, since we started from g, it is now g of f of x It means the inner function here is f of x and the outer function is the g of x. Now, since we started from inside, so f of x from the given is 2x plus 1. So you will now have g of 2x plus 1. Since our f of x is 2x plus 1, we merely substitute the given for f of x. Then after that, we will perform this one under the function g of x. And here, it is very clear that your g of x is your input squared minus 1. But as you observe, our input here is 2x plus 1. It means all x's here will be replaced by 2x plus 1. It means here, it is just 2x plus 1. And then to finalize our answer, we can simplify it. We can take the square of a binomial, so it is now square of the first term. You will have 4x squared. Then twice the product of the first and the second, obviously that is 4x. Then square of the last term, that is still 1 because 1 squared is 1. And you copy the remaining minus 1. Simplify it further, you can combine these two, it will be equal to 0. So your answer is 4x squared plus 4x. So it will be now the answer for letter B. Example number 2. Let f of x be equal to 2x squared and g of x be equal to 4 minus 3x. We are asked to find A, B, C, and D. Let us answer first letter A. We will be using the math type in presenting our answer. So the given is f of x equal to 2x squared. F of x equal to 2x squared, while our g of x is 4 minus 3x. G of x is equal to 4 minus 3x. So we are asked to find A. We are asked to find G, composition of G, composition of G of x. And from the definition, it can be written as G of G of G of x. So the most inner function is g of x, then followed by g of x and another g of x. So the next step that we will do is to substitute the value of g of x from our given, and the value of g of x is 4 minus 3x. So it means, let us copy this one, and we will be replacing this portion, the g of x, by 4 minus 3x. Okay, the next step is we will be performing this one under the function g, and we all know that the function g is defined as 4 minus 3x. So you will have 4 minus 3, then the input. But here the input is 4 minus 3x, so you will have 4 minus 3x. We can, before we will perform the last g, we need to simplify first the answer in the innermost portion, or in the input, or the last input. So you will now have g of 4. We need to distribute 3 in each term, negative 3 in each term, so it will be negative 12 as you distribute negative 3 to 4. As you distribute negative 3 to negative 3x, it will be plus 9x. But then we can simplify 4 minus 12, that is just negative 8. So you will now have negative 8 plus 9x. Then after that, we will be performing the last g. Again, we will be using this one. It will be now equal to 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3, then your input. for the last time the input is negative 8 plus 9x. Then simplify it further, we will be distributing the negative 3. So you will have 4. Negative times negative, it becomes positive 24. Negative times positive, it becomes negative 27x. Then simplify it further, so 24 plus 4 is 28 minus 27x. This is now the answer for letter A. 28 minus 27x. For letter B, it is just somehow the same in letter A, but the input is negative 1. So we will now have it G composition of G composition of G of negative 1. So it means we can recycle the answer of letter E in finding the answer of letter B. We will recycle the answer in letter A to answer the letter B. Since it is 28 minus 27, so we will just substitute negative 1 in the value of x. So it will be 28 minus 27 times negative 1. So it is now, they are both negative, so it is now 28 plus 56. No, 28 plus 27, and this is just equal to 56. That is for letter B. For letter C, the given for letter C is the F composition of F composition of F of X of X. And again, from the definition, it can be written as F of F of F of X. And if we will substitute the value of F of X, it is just, we will just replace the innermost function by its value, which is 2x squared. 2x squared. Then next is you perform F and F, wherein the input is 2x squared, so it is now F of, since we all know that the F is 2x squared, so it will be 2 input squared. But this time the input is 2x squared, so it means you will have to write 2x squared here. Then before you perform the last part, you need to simplify it first. So it will be F of, it will be 2x squared squared is 4x raised to the power of 4. So 2 times 4x raised to the power of 4. And we can simplify it further. It will be F, it will be F of 2 times 4 is 8. Then you will have x raised to the power of 4. So for the last part, you will be performing F of 8x raised to the power of 4. Again, it will be 2 times the input, then squared. But again, our input for the last part is 8x raised to the power of 4. So it will be 8x raised to the power 4. And to simplify it, we will square it first. So it will be 2 times, it will be 64 x raised to the power of 8. Then you multiply it by 2. 64 times 2 is 128. 28 times x raised to the power of 8. So it is now the answer for letter C. For the letter D, the given is The same for letter C, but the input is positive 2. So it means we can use the answer for letter C in answering the letter D. So we will just use this answer, 128. The input is 2 raised to the power of 8. And 2 raised to the power of 8 is you multiply 8 times itself. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 and times 2. And that will give us 256. So you will have 228 times 256, and if we will use that, if we will simplify that one, we will have 128 times 256, and that will give us 32,768, and that is the answer for the letter D. And that is all for today. So hope it helped you in your general mathematics. If you find it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope to see you for the next video.